The Breeders' Cup is now a little more than a week away, and hundreds of extra people are on hand to help with this historic event.
WKYT's Rebecca Smith shows us how organizers are planning to deal with the extra crowds. It's a story that's new at 5:30.
It doesn't just take big bucks to attend one of the horse world's most premier racing events. The Breeders' Cup brings in a good amount of money in the form of wage earnings for one-time hires. The Cup's host, Keeneland, will hire 300 extra people to work in areas like guest services, parking security, concessions, and culinary. Organizers say they relied heavily on guidance from Breeders' Cup officials.
They travel from track to track each year to host this event. They've been very helpful to us here at Keeneland to go through position by position, department by department to make sure we were adequately staffed.
The #1 requirement for these new hires?
We're looking to hire those who have that same passion for the city as well, because we know that they'll do well out here when we bring in dignitaries and we bring in international people.
Most, if not all, of these workers make minimum wage. The city of Lexington has considered raising it to $10.10 an hour, although the motion's been put on hold. UK economics professor Ken Trotsky says even if the city increased the minimum wage over the summer,
the workers that managed to get a job as part of the Breeders' Cup would make more money, but the Breeders' Cup would probably, the people associated with the Breeders' Cup, the increase in employment would have been smaller than it is otherwise in the lack of a minimum wage.
While the argument for and against an increased minimum wage can be debated, one thing is for sure, Trotsky says.
If the weather's nice, people are enjoying themselves, it's going to be broadcast on television. People are going to see, hey, Lexington might be a nice place to go visit.
But he adds with a note of caution,
we're still going to be confronting these issues of, do we have a quality prepared workforce that's going to attract businesses to move here permanently.
In Lexington, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Last year's thoroughbred sales, along with the spring and fall meets, brought in $590 million in revenue to Keeneland's.